What's up, Hippo lovers? MbL against Tim here in the semifinals. Pretty important match for both of them and their teams, trying to still fight for the second spot for the offline final tier. Only top 2 will make it, and this is going to be a pretty interesting one. You can see the 5 maps here at the side, and we have a small pause. This is the time where I ask the chat about predictions. Guys, who do you think is going to win, MbL or Mr. Tim? Write it down and we can jump into it. The first map will be Riverbed, and as you all know, this beautiful thing is sponsored by Woobly. I can see 3-2 MbL, 3-0 MbL, 3-1 MbL, and we will see him in the blue trunks here in the ECL 60k tournament, and Tim in the red trunks. We are playing on the best platform that Age of Empires delivers, and I'm proud to share it with you guys. And, well, Riverbed, as you all know, a lot of mangrove area here, where you can have ships pass and also build some stuff. This stony area not really usable for walling. Some buffaloes at the side. Overlay is correct. Oh yeah, I maybe want to do it a bit higher. Yeah, I can see the TC. Okay. And well, well, let's just do maybe. Yeah, that's fine. MbL just needs a small pause. Defensive lumber camp here for him. And
yes,
it's huge, man. That's what she said. 3 on wood for Mr. Tim. We have 4 on wood for MbL, so kind of expecting to see something with the dog build up here from MbL. Tim on his side is probably going to start scouts here. Don't spring chat off. And so now, as you know, Woobly is the best platform to play Age of Empires on. Let's go there, and I will show you a bit of the game behind the scenes as well. The stock here for MbL, close to fishing ships, could maybe go for some demos. Low HP villager here, saved in the last second. And, well, 4 on wood as we said. Tim, only 3, so that, I still believe, will be a quite early scout build up here. Second lumber camp probably down here as well, or is he moving up to the top? Could go for 1 elephant, some berries here, but not the greatest spot. No second building. Oh no, the miller's down here. So that's his second building. Could click up any second. Doesn't look like he wants to loom. Okay, he will loom. After all, both with the pretty similar timing. 1 fishing ship for MbL, as we said. We'll probably even go for a second one. Yeah. Ship can move on those swamps? Yes. Is Jordan back? Yes. Very similar timing here, both playing pop 19, MbL +1. Second lumber camp could go up here. Kind of surprised. Okay, MbL finally thinks about those 2 buffaloes. 2 on gold, so I'm a bit surprised. I think he should have gone for a second fishing ship, but well, they're raidable quite a bit as well. No one really walling as of yet, so that will be a pretty aggressive game. Uh-oh, that scout could go into the TC, has 0 vision, and that will be a lot of lost HP if he isn't saving it. 15 HP here, but the scout is behind, and well, similar fuel age timing means Tim, yeah, he will gain a bit of ground 1 second long, but that will be it, and then MbL will chase him down for sure. Tim needs to go back. Is he trying to take a fight with the hill here, starting a fuel age? Not really, and well, yeah, Tim just realized, okay, no chances here. We'll go for the stable himself. MbL? Not even with the barracks yet. Uh-oh! That might have been a mistake. Demo hills could be around here. Uh-oh! This feels a bit like Hidden Cup. If I saw this build up, looks more like the Tato build than an MbL build. Actually went for that elephant and the milk. Quite interesting. Didn't really expect that. And the first demo. As we all know, a single demo can kill a villager quite easily. And that's still completely open. In between here, I think we will have a passing as well. Now the defensive tower. Tim will go in his point of view. What does he see? Doesn't have the greatest vision. That could be 3 dead villagers looks likely. And MbL goes for 2 and some damage on the tower. Didn't go for the other 3. Another demo. And tries to go for another raid here. Solid start so far by MbL. Didn't really get attacked at all. Now we'll get his scout numbers out himself. And well, he isn't looking too shabby since he killed the first scout there to begin with. Another mill in the back here. I'm not too sure how happy I am with that one. Demo trying to get a connection, and that looks like, oh, only 1. Bruce 2 didn't hurt third one, but another demo. And MbL, he is playing it full Tato style. Look at that, and that could be another 2 kills. No, he's going to the wrong direction, maybe out of the TC. Forces a lot of idle time though. Kind of important that he is playing with. Oh. Okay, that was lost. Is he going for another one? Yeah, he stays active there. What a wild game. MbL with a demo rush on Riverbed here. Exactly what we want to see. But I didn't expect that. Horse color now for MbL. Wants to go heavy farming. Scouts out of position. That could be 1, 2 dead villagers. MbL ahead by 3. And we'll see the double pronged attack. Or at least like fighting at 2 sides. Let's take a look. MbL is winning this one. Here we have the low HP villagers. Doesn't really matter against demo short distance though. Only in the long distance. And well, 1 scout already died in the TC. Or close to the TC. Maybe he told some stories. Oh, that was fun, guys. You should do the same. Kind of important that he isn't going for the lumber camp. That could be another 4 dead villagers. Not really happening. 1. I'm not happy with that. I think camping under the tower would have been a better option. Just press. Don't attack. And sit under the tower. Might be the best option. MbL ahead by 3. Could also join the scouts fight with those demos. 1 hitting those as well. I like the expansion here of Tim. He's going for that amount of free food. Look at that. Not a single farm from him yet. On the other side, MbL already farming 4. That looks like a small misplace, indeed. It's 1 tile away from the TC. Okay, what are those demos up to? Scout. Oi. You want to deathmatch Frank War? He asked me the same question yesterday. I told him non-volatile kingdoms, no game. And he asked the same today. Interesting. Does MbL know about the extra food here at the site? No idea. Where are the spearmen? I can see 1. I can see a second one joining. I can see a third one being produced. And what? MbL? That was an interesting move. Opening that side. 1 spearman trying to chase those away, but takes the long route here. That means 1 villager going to go down. Probably 2. And in exchange of that, we will have 1 scout going down and 1 spearman in addition to that. Another demo hit here. Oh, and that was a lot of kills. 4 villagers more, and that was 1 scout and I think at least 2 villagers going down. Oh, pretty rough timing here. And MbL now coming over, and he knows, okay, some of those villagers have to be low HP. Let's go in and raid again. Spearman defense here active. I like the approach of MbL here. Tato indeed won yesterday, so this is for the spot in the finals against Tato. The map is called Riverbed. Shadow Smurfs for MbL here. Kind of feels weird, right? Not your typical MbL approach, but oh god! Oh god! Oh god! 6 scouts going down. MbL just killed everything. Look at that, KD 29-1. Oh, FB, was that beautiful? Oh, MbL, that is kind of a game winner here. He is sitting at, okay, no real resources, but has all the map control in the world. And, oh boy, was that pretty. Oh boy. Luckily for him, villagers are still safe on the outside. Now goes for stone behind that. Might even go for mango dice. And finally, Tim starts to wall and build a dock here. Thinks like, okay, maybe losing my units and my villagers over and over again isn't the best plan to win this game. Maybe just wall this off because, well, as we all know, demos won't do much if you are walled. Scouts won't really find an opening. Walling just in time, yeah. before 22 units die. Anyone got a clip? You can do that yourself. That was intense. And more demos. I think this is the time where MbL actually should stop demoing. Did he scout the walls? Yeah, he sees the walls now. So he should know he won't do much anymore. But well, it's obviously easier said than done. Where did we just have it? Not sure. Uh-oh, and Tim, he could return the favor. Look at that. That's a lot of unprotected villagers. Down behind here. On what platform is this played? Woobly. Okay. Market now for MbL. Will sell some wood and that shark around here. Take a look. What can he get? Doesn't really want to connect with the spearman. Wants to go for potentially 5 villagers. At the gold. Could be a good thing for him. Will be spotted. MbL. Can he quick wall this one? It seems like a nice spread for now. Still 34 HP. And MbL just accepts to lose 2 villagers. Or will he? Oh, 2 spearmen, 1 villager. That's actually kind of okay for MbL. Selling the wood, as we said, buying some food for himself, and can click up now. Pretty similar castle age timings. Surprisingly enough, only 2 villagers difference. Tardis, cheers man, and I want to see, did we have wheelbarrow or... Yeah, MbL has wheelbarrow, something I expect him to not have. We will take a look at that. Uh-oh, well, we see another shark coming around. I need the sharks soundtrack. Dum dum. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Dum dum. Dum 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 dum. Dum dum. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 bum 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 2 for 1. Ask Nani knows a good shark song, yeah. Do do do. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, with enough stone to go for mango dice here. Same can be said about Tim in about 60 stone. So we'll go for a lot of mango dice. Let's take a look. That demo will actually raid a lot of farms here. Maybe that's a strategy of the future. The farm rate of the demos. And oh, MbL adds TCs before the castle. Interesting. Trickster TC is at the side. Heavily on stone though, so doesn't need to wait for too long. Fletching coming around, bolt saw seems to be the reasonable upgrades here. And honestly, this is quite an even game. Where are we building the castle? Okay. Mr. Donio! Cheers! The guy that isn't following the community too well. As he... Oh wait, complaining at the start like, what? The overlay is so wrong nearly. You had a big oobly sign before there. Cheers. Thanks so much for your support. Looking forward to your next stream. not the greatest entertainers in the German community. 3 TCs rolling for MbL now. Castle will be up, or will it? Let's take a look. This could be a good connection. Oh, Tim! He cannot pass here, apparently. He cannot pass. The villagers blocking this off. Oh god, was that unfortunate for Tim. He was so close and yet so far. Oh, this could have been 6 villagers dead for sure. Oh no. No one upgrading war galleys though. An upgrade that could really help. MbL should be super safe behind that castle. Let's take a look. Tim, how many TCs does he have? Did add 2 himself. Now TC up as well. And MbL even goes for the 4th TC. We'll invest another scout with 5 HP here. Although, wait. Okay. It felt like he manually exploded that one. Not a single villager died, 2 scouts, 1 spearman, not the biggest loss for sure. Getting some extra hunt here at the side. And I think War Galley upgrade could have been really sexy. Just gives so much more damage in the second row, like from 90 to 110. Oh, that one is sneaking around. Does MbL see it? Somewhat. Let me get Shark's soundtrack here. One villager. She offers herself. The brave one. No man can kill me. I'm not a man. Okay. YouTube. Shark's soundtrack. Okay. I'll pause it for now before we see the next demo. Ah, Jaws, not Shark. Ah. Luckily it's called Sharks in French, so I had the French soundtrack. My bad. Okay, villager count pretty even. We are sitting at 4 TCs here for MbL, walled off quite off the side. Now kind of a lot of Mangda is out for him, even pulling up with husbandry now. Wheelbarrow only now for Tim, something we already saw from MbL earlier on. +1 attack, we have +2 attack for MbL, probably following it up with Bloodlines pretty soon as well. That's one solid hit off here. Does 18 damage, but now needs to retreat. We'll lose some villagers here in the back, but mango dice are coming over. Yeah. Oh god. Alderance. Yeah. 4 TCs now for Tim as well. Oh, and that's a nice trap. Well played by MbL here. We'll snag 2 of those. Could have even gotten 3 and even 4 if he blocked to the edge of the cliff there, but didn't really get it done. Bloodlines +1 defense now for Tim, so his Mango Dice will be stronger, but Mango Dice numbers not that great. Shouldn't really connect with the camel. Oh, that wasn't the greatest thing for him. Wants to go for the mango dice, and well, MbL keeps them clubbed up. Let's take a look at the resources. 200 food, 800 gold. Jim, similar food, a bit less gold. Feels like in timings could be similar here. Let's take a look if mango dice can get some raids done. I would be surprised. Picking up a relic casually here, already number 2 for him. +2 defense on his mango dice even. Tim really wants to go for all the upgrades. Can easily snag that at the side now. Still no bloodlines for MbL, so he will focus on the faster im timing, and that means Tim should have some map control before that. As you can see, now buying himself some food. And we'll click up any second. Tim even goes for ballistics. Will snag 1 villager for himself, maybe even 2. Ballistics not finished yet. And, well, she was 3 HP, shouldn't really have the greatest day. And today even ended. Ballistics now for MbL as well. Resources for Tim. Well, he isn't too far behind when it comes to imping as well. And it's getting a lot of map control. The question is, how many castles will we have out? 300 food here, 300 stone here. Castle numbers have to be increased, and the question is, where do you build your extra castles? Will it be kind of at the right hand side, bottom side? Everyone expanded everywhere. Spread quite thin. Yesterday we had a beautiful Mongol spore. Shadow against Release there. Let's take a look. Hill advantage now. Nice snipe against the Mango Dye that was downhill. But now he's fighting uphill. Mr. Tim has the defense upgrade, so that's actually pretty good for him. But more numbers are coming over from MbL, and he will clear this up. Not the prettiest fight for either player, in my opinion. But in the end, Tim actually with an even traders, if he snags those two and gets away, which could be an option, just goes back. And more sharks are coming over. MbL only 1 defense upgrade behind now. And, oh, transitioning to skirmishes. Oh. Ta-da. Tries to find another angle. Not a lot of relic controls for him. Where is the 5th one? I can only see 2 free ones, 2 collected. So maybe one monk has some relics in their hands, and potential raid here. That could be a lot of exposed villagers. Not all of them can get into the TC. Some villagers could be sniped. Other side maybe as well. They're really raiding each other quite well at the moment. Elite skirmishers though. Could be really good for the defense here. And let's take a look. 3 Mango Dice already died. 4 Mango Dice already died. And that's pretty unfortunate here. +2 range and even, oh, +3 range already for MbL here. Already has brace on that. The earlier in timing helping him quite a bit with the damage output here against those Mango Dice. Villager count now 20 more for Tim. So solid advantage in that regard. Chemistry on the way for MbL, and his damage output will be solid, and he will snag some villagers for himself. Tim actually goes for Crossbowman after this. Doesn't have the greatest control over his stone spots, so you can see that a bit. Oh. Mango Dye going down, and another beautiful raid in the back, but MbL is around, will clear this up quite nicely, and well, is soon to be having all attack upgrades and get some more raids in the back. And look at that, did I just tell you that Tim is 20 villages ahead? Not anymore. Completely evened out now. Elite Mango Dye on the way for Tim though, so maybe he will take better fights in the future. Skirms, well, will be tricky to chase down all those Mango Dice. They'd even lose the fight if they take it, but for now, I think MbL, well, yeah, he just goes for the clear up, doesn't want to see the skirmisher numbers going too high, and Tim is taking a pretty bad fight here. More villagers going down. MbL just relentless with this raid. Some villagers moving over here, and that looks to me like another forward castle. Tim, nothing to defend over here, builds his second castle at the top. Elite Mango Dye numbers, not that scary. Tim, oh god, loses some here, and that's a lot of arrows. Doing quite some damage. That one flock of Mango Dye is just doing so much for MbL. Ridiculous. Now goes for Pathian Tactics. Only Elite Mango Dye missing soon. Stone mining upgrade quite late. We saw that a bit earlier from Tim, but only after his first castle was done as well. And skirmishers, they're taking another fight if they want to take it. Uphill here in smaller numbers. The only efficiency here is gold-wise, but I'm not even sure how much. Because that was 2 mango dice down against another 8 skirms or something. Doesn't make me happy. And that trap just tried very hard to find a spot to not fight on even ground, but has to fight uphill. And won't really do too much damage. An easy repair here for MbL against 1 trap. We'll see higher numbers for Tim on that trap count. Not for now. Focuses a lot of elite mango dice, and look at how much they are doing here. They're forcing so many idle villagers, killed so many villagers as well before that, cleared up so many groups of skirms. This is really the hero flock of MbL here, and snipes another 4 villagers. Just ridiculous. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to the future with all the capture age and statistics about all the units. How many units those 12 killed. It feels like they killed like 40, 50 units. Just ridiculous. And, well, will be another 10 added here, but slowly but surely they will be cleared up, but only after snacking another group of skirmishers. Tim, how is he sending him low numbers over and over again? Just having problems controlling that area over here. Goes for the raid himself now. Let's take a look what he can get. Okay, at least 2 somewhat valuable snipes. This mango dice, not even that low. Oh god, oh god. Raiding again. Sitting quite tight here, MbL. And he's sending enough mango dice to clear this raid up in the back as well. It's not looking good for Tim and MbL. He's in a prime position to win game number 1 here. MbL, even with another castle, that will put him up to 5 castles already. Already controls 4 relics, wants to go for that one, but the monk sniped as we just saw. Very defensive castle though, a bit surprising to me. Just want to have his eco in the back here, super safe, and that looks pretty good. Finally, those mango dice cleared up. Those hero skirmishes. But overall, only 10 population difference. Quite surprising to me, but that showed you how much of a better boom Tim had there for one moment. 3 traps now, and we saw MbL kind of waiting for 3 traps before attacking the castle. Repairing against 3 traps, not the prettiest thing, and he didn't want to give Tim the chance to just move in, snipe 1 trap, and move out again. So now the commitment would be way bigger. But skirmishers are coming over. Tim, he's maybe trying to take this engagement now. Skirmisher and Mangodai, and we will see the Mangodai probably focusing on the traps. No, not really. He's trying to thin out the numbers here of MbL, who is taking this fight. This shouldn't be too pretty for MbL, especially with all the skirmisher numbers. And 1 trap is going down. Second trap could be going down as well. And this is a good fight for Tim. Traps even shifting their focus away from the castle, trying to help out in the fight. Next attack through the center though, and that was a lot of losses. Maybe we saw another demo hit there, or we didn't see another demo hit. And another person congratulating me to my fake Facebook birthday. Where are the reinforcements? Look at that. Only 2 castles. Okay, the third one over here. Conscription really late. That castle will go down. Put him down to 2 castles against 5. And that in a full-out Mangodai Mongols war. Not the pretty spot to be in. MbL even selling some food to keep his gold numbers a bit higher. And keep the production for his Mangodais rolling. Food to be sold actually at a reasonable 67, so I wouldn't mind to see him sell 2k more, just for the long run. Siege Engineers now gives him 1 more range on his traps as well, and those villagers kind of exposed, cannot really get too much wood here at the right hand side. Was the skirm switch for Tim really the winning thing? I don't know. It felt like he just lost so much mobility, so much map control, kind of gave MbL all the cards in a sense, and it was just like, here, you dictate the game, I will try to defend cost efficiently, but he never could do that. So in the chat just said 4 relics. You're wrong. Well, mathematically you aren't wrong, but It's even up to 5. And more mango dice here. 63 military to 21. That patrol makes 0 sense from Tim as well. He tries to go them with some skirmishers behind that. And should MbL mass hazards? It doesn't really matter. He won this game. Tim, I think his skirm defense here, or his skirm switch, didn't really make a lot of sense. The map way too open to try to chase down Mango Dice at this stage. I think he should have stayed on Mango Dice himself and just try to take better fights, try to outmove MbL. I know that it sounds tricky, but with skirmishes, you're just giving all the control out of your hands. That does work if we are, for example, playing Arabia and you wall 2 of your sides and can say, okay, we are fighting in the center now. Something like this. Those fights, those were nice. But all the chasing around was just horrible. Lost so many villagers here against like 15, 16 mango dice. And horrible spot for him to play in after that. MbL just way too good to let this slip out of his hands. His macro just on point in those spots. And, well, 1-0 lead for Mr. MbL. Scores here. And we will take a look at the achievements. MbL double the KD in the end against all the skirmishers, all the villagers as well. So much more gold in the end. And stone, yeah, Tim couldn't really get to his castles. Had to open gold spots as well though. So that was kind of tricky, but well, MbL just got so much map control with those early demos. Haha, that was the word I was searching for. Next map will be Eastern Coastline, one of my favorite maps. Probably Chinese War coming up there. What's up, Nilly? What's up, Nilly chat? What's up, feta cheese? Did I thank Tarsus and Wigglings for their primes? I think I didn't. Happy fake birthday. Cheers. Can you explain how Lyric is a good player in his young life? Well, he was dedicated at a time where he could learn quite well. I think he's just very smart, talented in the game, and age didn't really matter. Like, he'd be as good if he played if he was 5 years older, I believe. Just watched the Hera coaching video, it was really good. I was blown away by him as well. I think it was pure brilliance. Next session will be tomorrow, 16 GMT, I believe. Who do you most compare your playstyle to? I think most close players to me are Rubenstock and LB10. I think those are the players I should be pretty close to. What tempo do you prefer for your beer? Ice cold or well, doesn't matter. Cold. Doesn't have to be ice cold, but clearly cold. Yeah. Just watched it too. It was impressive. Yeah. Should I eat baguette or pizza? Easily pizza. And we are jumping into game number 2. Eastern Coastline here in the ECL. Also remember that we are playing on Woobly, the platform to play Age of Empires 2 on. Get your friends over here, subscribe, like and follow their social media. Chinese, kind of the easy choice here. We're starting with 2 TCs, so that's really sweet. You have more extra villagers, and this one is one of my favorite maps. It's really tricky to figure this one out. We have 1 TC starting at the small island here in the bottom, and 1 TC at the top, and we have seen a lot of pushes there, some shenanigans on water always, and then we transition into mass castles, mass traps, and choconos. Groovy. Oh god, my Discord, did you guys, oh, that was, I laughed so hard yesterday at the work for ice cream stream. It's groovy. They didn't release new streaming conditions, then I will go with the last ones I read. Scroobly is good, Scroobly is great, we surrender our will of the state. Oh, can I probably will show that. I even downloaded the clip, William. Oh, I'm not sure if your name is William. Will. Oh, that was just so funny. Don't you think that if Chinese get 12 villagers on 2 TCs, they should also start with minus 400 food and minus 100 wood? So have 200 minus 200 food and 100 wood at the start? No. But you made me think. Okay, both now with the dog, quite defensively here from Tim, and a bit more aggressively from MbL. Both with a pretty similar start here. I haven't really seen anyone heavily slipping up compared to their opponent on this map yet. How did your friends and family react when you told them yet you will stop working as a teacher and start streaming full time? Differently, right? Like, my father was happy that I'm not losing 10,000 in poker anymore. So he was happy with all other choices. And my friends kind of applauded it because they said, yeah, okay, finally you aren't getting, like, I was teaching a rough district as well, right? I got death threats and got punched from my pupils and such. And so when I told them, they were like, okay, finally you do what you're supposed to do. And my teacher colleagues had like, they didn't understand it at all. Like, why would you go through 5 years of study, 2 years of internship, or 1.5 years of internship, and after you finished, you will do another month and then just quit. Yeah, that didn't really make a lot of sense. And they couldn't really understand it, but they kind of were confused because, like, I was traveling the world to do that as well, right? Melodies, China, quote unquote, traveling the world, Cologne. So they kind of already knew that this was something I strongly cared about. But you teach in Hamburg, sure, don't mention the school. Wilhelmsburg. And but I teach in different ones. The death threat I got in Mitte. Where can I check the emotes? Just next to the chat. KD00 for now. Going for some fishing ships here. Tim actually a bit later. And MbL's castle age time will be quite significantly faster. I will go for a prediction of 45 seconds faster. 45 seconds faster, nearly math. 39. So 13:39 will be Tim's castle age time. I would go to nearly class. Good for you. Could have learned some. 13:39, 2 seconds late, Mr. Tim. Okay, so second dog now by MbL. Tim plays with one dog only. Is going for full stonewall. Remember that he beat Fire with full double stable monk seed push early castle age. Something that MbL won't allow because MbL knows how to wall. I'm saying, and actually this is still open. MbL, he is completely open here. But no one is really going for any army. So what's the plan here? Oh, Scout actually helping out and the repair here. Oh, look at that. Viper and Debson. Passing each other, going in different directions in life. They had the same goal. And now she's closing the doors behind him. Oh no, just idling. Strong worker. Okay, MbL will win water. 2 dogs against 2 dogs. Kind of surprised that Tim didn't go for the upgrade there. And Tim, he is 10 villages ahead behind this though. Will play with 2 TCs, is getting some eco upgrades. And that will be quite an early imp timing. And he has a sneak villager. Will build the sneaky stable. And that will be quite interesting. His resources actually looked like he wanted to go fast Imperial Age. But maybe he changed his mind after he sneaked the villager in. And that Scout, how did he get in? Or was he in from before? Because that's not passable. Interesting. But like, honestly, well, MbL doesn't know about the house. But why would you leave the house there? MbL can just easily spot the house now. Oh, yeah. Siege workshop now. MbL wants to defend. Let's take a look at the resources. And Tim, he invested everything. He just was sitting at 700. And, well, just switched completely away from it. Did add another TC. Is now going for the big attack here in Castle Age. And MbL. Uh-oh. I thought he spotted it. And he did indeed spot it. Did house scan it. Did see the house. And the knight can still get through here and block that off. Can he get some more quick walls off? That's only at 50 HP. That is still open. MbL, this one needs to wall quite a bit. 3 stable stuff here. And MbL will wall this off. This is still open. Knights are running around. Maybe Siege Workshop could have helped out a bit more. And Tim's aggression will not do too much. I still don't like the house of Tim, that he left that one alive. Big water fight in the meantime. 5 against 4. Should really be an even fight. Some nice quick walls here. MbL with the solid defense, but 15 villages behind. His macro just not on point here. 3 TCs for him. What? 3 TCs. For Tim as well. Monastery now. I think the Siege Workshop would have been something I would like more. Defensive castle, and that's the transition into exactly the right units. Chukunu is the unit you want to go for in the long run. On the first conversion here, that will just even saved MbL's quick walls. Quite solid for sure. Now the Siege Workshop. Did MbL have anything here? Not really. MbL bought 1,500 stone. That's just the overlay bug, guys. If he shift clicks and clicks it 3 times, it shows 1.5k, but it's not actually 1.5k. Looks like a castle soon to come up. Collecting some relics, not the most important thing. Where are the other ones? One on the starting island here, and over here. Okay, so 4 at the top, and Tim is going to be up to Imp any second, and MbL only looking at 260 food, 80 gold. Kind of interesting. Tim very dominant here in this game. Had the early transition, maybe too much water from MbL going for the double dock approach. Didn't think so, he just fell behind heavily in villagers. Can't really explain that. And she will struggle quite a bit. Against the earlier imp timing. And traps is really what decides the game. Second castle now coming up. Tim, he goes for more knights. Interesting. That shouldn't really work against a guy who's completely stonewalled. Trying to free himself a bit more. Uh-oh. Demos. Demos, guys. I got some hits off. Tim goes for the +2 defense. Still 3 stables working for himself. I don't like that they're lacking a second castle for now. Only now goes on to more stone. Maybe some more stone would be nice here. Has 4 villagers at that side. And trap production now needs to start instantly. So important. Imp timing here at 30%. Tim buying himself another 100 stone. Beautiful castle to get some aggression rolling for himself. Would not have been nice if MbL would reach Imp now. But in this case, since he has such a big advantage, Mr. Tim, works out quite nicely for him. Handcart as well. Cavalry upgrade will follow behind this. And Tim here should probably get a good fight. Trap is out. We can go over the Civ settings after this again, guys. There's a limited pool. You need to use some of the, I believe, 3 of those civilizations in this best of 5. Uh-oh, trap at the wrong side. What waypoint did he have? Oh, that's unfortunate. But, well, he lost only 24 HP. But now Chukunus are trying to go in for the kill. That means Tim could actually go for the counter attack here. First castle of MbL should go down. More castles in the back. And, well, kind of even population. Let's take a look. Those Chukunus, they shouldn't fall. They can just easily jump into the castle. Botkin arrow now on the way. First CC down. Do we have any aggression continuing on water? Not really. And Bracer now. Trap number 4 out. That's it for now. Did he delete his stables here? Looks a bit like it. Oh, what an aggressive castle. I don't like that one. That will always get trapped. But well, If he just keeps the focus on here, the traps need to defend that area first, and then he can get that one up himself. MbL not producing out of here. Look at that. He is so heavily housed because he lost that castle at the front. He cannot really go for the aggression, and Tim is now moving in, has +4 defense on those Cavaliers, and is getting a nice surround. Horrible placement here for MbL. It is actually, well, still on the hill. Cavaliers are now focusing down on the trap, but that will be a full clear up. And, well, Cavaliers just so much better. And castle will go down. Lost all the 2 canoes. 30 population difference, and MbL has to type the GG here. Tim, what a convincing boom in Castle Age. Big raids in the meanwhile. Look at that. He just spread like a virus there quite nicely. And MbL, I'm not sure if he just stopped producing villagers there at some point. But Tim was suddenly ahead by 15 in mid-Castle Age, and from there on, just played it down. Nice imp timing, lots of traps, exactly what we wanted to see. And then Cavaliers just flooded him. Just one villager won the game? I don't think so. I think MbL survived that. I think Tim was heavily ahead before that. The house actually gave it away. I think if we didn't have the house and MbL didn't spot it, the one villager could have won the game. But look at that. That different imp timing might have been it. Interesting. Next map will be Hillfort. Okay. Let me take a look at the Civ pool again. I know that Spanish are in it. I know that Britons are in it. I will copy you the whole Civ pool again. And you need to take 3 out of those civilizations in the best of 5. So both picked Mongols now and both picked Chinese. We could have Japanese for Atoll. We could have... So we will have at least 4 maps. So Khmer are good for Bog Islands. Hillfort Spanish could be a good option. Vietnamese maybe. Then you have a free choice for Bog Islands. I think like Mayans for Hillfort and Khmer for Bog Island could be a good choice. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. What makes Khmer so good on Bog Island? You can just fast castle at minute 13. You don't need the extra buildings. You can just click Castle Age once you reach Feudal Age. SK1, I read it. Thanks. Anyone else feels like each event of the ECL would be nice to see one enforced mirror match on one map? I don't. Will the finals be on this weekend? Well, they have to schedule Tattoo against whoever wins here, so they don't really know yet. Why not melee on Bog Island? The fast castles should be even faster. Now? What do you mean by now? Oh, you mean no, maybe. I think Khmer is a bit smoother than melee. Yeah. But melee shouldn't be bad. Yeah. The thing is, if you use melee, well, they're in the shift pool as well, then you can pick Mayans now. So that could be an option. Oh, Khmer. You can still go Khmer, yeah. Yeah, I don't mind melee either. Is Final allowed to cast by you? Yes. All games are allowed to be casted from this stage on. They changed their policy there. Tomorrow, I believe 16 GMT, Hera will coach me again. For everyone who is interested in that and enjoyed the first episode, 16:30. And we'll do 2 hours, 30-minute build order and talking, then few games. That's what he wrote. Should be good again. Now Gotham coming, counterpick the potential Marians. I think Gotham aren't that good on this map. No. Speculate stuck on 130. When was the last coaching? Would be interested to check the VOD. Friday, but you can just go to YouTube and see it there. It was like, as I mentioned several times, I was blown away by how good Hera was there. He was well prepared, so insightful. Yeah, very respectful. I really loved it. I'll post the link in here. That's the Hera coaching. That's the last coaching I received, right? I want to do more coaching in the future myself again. Do a good old sub coaching. Apparently, they might have done a mistake there with civilizations. Viper didn't want the wins. That's why he didn't participate. Ah, no. You're only allowed to play 2 1v1 stages out of 4, I believe. Yeah, 4 1v1 stages. Really, why the Max didn't play NAC? I asked him, and he said it wasn't really the tournament he wanted to participate in. Vivi and Yo, because it was Chinese New Year, Yo actually had a direct invitation. And we would have only done 1 qualifier if he accepted. Don't speak bad of Viper, he has man flu, so might leave us soon, and you speak foul of the dead. The man flu. Like, honestly, like, I can't remember the last time where Viper and Debbie were both healthy. It was always like one of those two had a headache. They just switched around. Yeah. Let me think. NAC often. Manchester always. Where else? Was it NAC 1 before? Where Viper had multiple headaches as well? Italy, yeah. Debson, aka I ban every Teddy supporter. What? But he always had a headache, relationship problems incoming. No, not really. Civs are fine. Tim misunderstood. Best of 5 must utilize 3 of the Civ pooled Civs each series. The next game must be played with the Civ from the pool. If the score is 1-1, then game 3 can be played with any Civ. Makes sense. Game 4 must be a Civ from the Civ pool, and the final game in the canon be any the chosen one. So Tim picked one out of the Civ pool, and MbL didn't know. MbL picked one out of the Civ pool, and Tim in the Civ pool. So Tim didn't understand the rules again. Fields, Tim man, kind of a language barrier, but well, MbL didn't know the rules for the first round either. So welcome to Age of Empires 2. Sponsored and played by Wooly, the best platform to play Age of Empires on.
Yes.
Spanish for Tim and Aztecs for MbL. I hope you know that you better like, subscribe, and follow all the social media of Wooly. And MbL is playing the Aztecs, and they had the long pause here. As you can see, 2:30 was a spec delay, so 1 minute in, they paused. But they will continue. I think it's just the mistake of Tim, and he has to play this one. Aztecs could perform pretty well against Spanish here. Another pause, yeah, that will be the long discussion for sure. The Civ rules are a little bit confusing sometimes, even for people whose English is quite good. Yeah, especially like last time. Like the handbook is a bit clearer, and I think Robo last time wrote you have to use 2 different civilizations.
Okay.
But he didn't write in the first 2 maps, but overall. And MbL just picked the wrong one on the first map straight ahead. Against, I don't even know, a Finnish guy.
Jay?
So it had to be Zoppy, I believe. I think only people with gold Woobly membership should be allowed to chat. That would be nice. What a reason here for Aztecs versus Mayans. Go for Eagle. There's no Aztecs versus Mayans. It's Aztecs versus Spanish. So it's all Robo fault. Well, that's what MbL said. Haha, Mr. Becky. Hello. The brackets aren't up to date. We can wait and chat some more while we wait for the game to continue. The brackets over here are the ones that are up to date. I meant instead of Mayans like you predicted. Ah, okay. Well, Aztecs have better eco, have better monk rush, and maybe he wanted to play against Mayans himself with Adel skirms. Should MbL win this ideally? Aztecs, I think, perform pretty well against Spanish, yeah. But, well, we will see. The game is still paused. Poor Tim is now asking, like, what happened here? And, well, it's obviously not pretty, right? As we mentioned earlier, it's quite an important stage for both of them. We can maybe take another look at the overall standings and can see how important it really is for both teams. Only the top 2 go into the offline finals in the end. Aftermath, Xiaomi, Frantic, and SY still fighting for that. VNA didn't get any points this time. Bazooka's Heresy without any chances either. Technically, they could still get there, but don't get too wild. Secret, especially with Shadow now in the finals, looking good to be one of the top 2 spots for sure. And yeah, it's still them fighting heavily for it, and that's why there's so much on the line, especially because there are now 2 teams both fighting for the same spot. In the chat is pro player hangout plays. What? Can Heresy finish number 7th? Maybe. Think they might have a comparable team to Bazookas now. Did you know that MbL now is officially the best AE player in the world? No. How much percent of ECL complete? We are having 14 stages, 5 to go, and 5.5 to go, 8.5 finished. Yeah. So 1 3v3, and then 2v2, 4v4, 1v1, 3v3 left. Nearly, are you still in Heresy? Yeah. But I didn't check my mail this morning, so let's hope so. How much hippo would a hippo if a hippo could hippo? 3 hippos. 8.5 out of 11? No, it's 8.5 out of 14. Plus the land finals, yeah, that's true. Who is the team captain of Heresy? I don't really know. Maybe we could point somewhere? Where? No, I'm not. Oh, game continues, guys. Good that you spam 14. I thought you were just saying there are 14 stages, but no. Okay, MbL now continuing, and yeah, the host time will be pretty off here. I'm not really sure. Could be confusing for us, but we are live with the rest, I believe. Monk Rush could be an option. Hill bonuses won't really work with monks, so could be quite nice. Maybe let's take a look at Tim. Well, if he builds a castle here, he should be pretty safe with all his resources. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really sure. There's no official team captain in my opinion. But maybe there is one and I'm just not right. Do you think this map is fair? Depends on how you define fair. If both players always have perfectly the same starting conditions? No, but no Age of Empires map is fair under that definition. Historically, Spanish will win this fight? Ah! Someone listening history lesson. Maybe you're a team captain and you don't know it yet. Well, as I said, I didn't check my mail this morning. So perhaps. Forest nothing is fair? No, it's not. Someone has more wood in the bag than the other one. Do you follow ECL CSGO? Well, I'm even considering going to Berlin for the major. Really sad that Big had such an underperformance. And I'm probably watching a lot the next 2 days. But yeah. Only for very special events. Not the big... Well, it's probably the esports are following forced mode at the moment. Behind Age of Empires, StarCraft 2 and Warcraft 3, probably. I think MbL has a way better map. Wood in the bag, do you agree? Relics are closer to him as well. Okay, wood in the bag is pretty nice. Something we don't really have for Tim. The question is how much back in the wood in the bag does Tim really need? He can go towards that direction, which is kind of fine as well, but very hilly. And yeah, gold positioning will be pretty important, but both have reasonable spots there. Gold even very close to MbL. And Tim could build a mining camp if he wanted to. Relic positioning is indeed something that looks pretty sexy for MbL. If you take a look, 3 over here, 1 at the right hand side and 1 behind there. Let's take a look at how many of those MbL already scouted. Now the 3rd one, and he should be pretty happy with that for sure. Tim has better secondary goals. Well, this one isn't really important. Those 2 are at the front. This one is kind of nice, but you cannot really build a CC in the back here. So, not getting too excited for that. Neely, I have a few channels here who I follow, and only one of them ad doesn't show in start. How do you explain it? And what? One of them ad doesn't show in start. One of them. Well, it depends which one. If you're subscribed to a channel, it doesn't show ads. And I think that's the only thing, yeah. Clicking up now, MbL here. 2 farms, will send 2 on gold. Actually, I think if you don't loom, you could even be fine with only 1 on gold. But you can easily balance that out. So that will be Pop 24 plus 2 Fast Castle into Monks most likely. Can streamers choose to show ads? Well, I could add ads myself, but not at the start. But like, I could play an ad now, but I never ever did show ads. I don't even put ads on my YouTube videos. And people even message me like, you're uploading an 8-hour YouTube video without a single ad? Why is that? And well, I just don't like ads myself. But maybe like it would have been so profitable during NAC, right? To just show ads, like in between series, like 4,000 people waiting, and just show 3 ads. I would have gotten, I don't even know, I didn't do the math, let's say $20 for that. Could have been really worth it. Maybe I should do that for future events. Have you ever seen Spanish Missioners in a competitive tournament? Well, not as a conversion unit, but as a healing unit, sometimes they were added, yeah. Nearly sellout, indeed. Robo knows what's up. MbL, that looks like a solid build order to me. Even now goes heavily onto gold to buy himself 100 food, or is he? Looks like it. Drops some gold off, and that will be fine. Yeah, bought 100 food. That will be a monk rush, my friends. Siege workshop, probably something over here or over here.
The game already!
And Tim, motivating himself a bit. Okay, I'm feudal now. Let's start the game already. Are you good with missionary rush? I will let that be judged by someone else. I don't mind ads and obvious breaks like in between games or something, but not during games. Well, during games makes 0 sense. Nearly, are you 8 minutes behind? No. They just had a long pause and then it boobly bugs out, I believe. Unless you watch another stream and they are further ahead, but that would really surprise me. I think they just had a very long pause at the start. Do you think AM will perform better in ECL than last year? I always said that they didn't perform as bad as their points showed, right? They had very tough, good series against Secret. They had unfortunate brackets for them. And they had hard playing 1v1s and losing to Malco. Oh, well, okay. That didn't really help them, obviously. Oh, God. What a blow up. And yeah, I think they played better than they had points. So if they just run more in the direction of their expected value, then I think they will get way more points for sure. The question is, will it be enough to be top 2? That's the big goal in the end, right? Would it be an option to advertise sponsorship where you don't play an ad, but instead just talk about company product that you support yourself? Yes, absolutely. And some companies even contacted me. Like, oh, would you do advertising for this and that? For example, you know that Saturo contacted Viper, me, and Escape AOE. And, well, I got contacted by other people as well, but couldn't really got to good terms. What map is a time traveler? Well, we will watch it here, guys. Doesn't really make sense to jump out and in. I think Mem just rejoined the game. But I'm a guy of constant entertainment, so we'll watch this one. Don't want to miss anything. Potential summer fights in the next 3 event between AM and Somi will be great to see. Well, AM is against Heresy, so they will be out instantly. So it means semi-Heresy against Suomi. Yeah, that's going to be a clash. Sito, Eddie, and Nili against the Max, Vilise, and Zupi. Maybe we'll squeeze in Feanor a bit. Just to demoralize them. Okay, only one monastery, by the way. And 2 extra TCs, so he went heavily onto gold but didn't follow it through. Let's take a look at market prices. So he bought food, I believe, like 4 times already. Quite a heavy investment. Let's take a look. 3 times. Yeah, he bought it 3 times. Now tries to take the fight here. Has more damage output being in Castle Age. So let's actually win this fight. Oh, nice downhill hit and boom! 10 HP left even and can easily heal this one up now. Good start. Misplaced farm here. Oh, but fixes that now. Tim deleted his castle? No. No, 2 easy wins for MbL. For everyone who didn't see it, in the quarterfinals, Yinghua against MbL, we had the same stuff here. Spanish mirror though. Oh, MbL! That fail was brought to you by Woobly.com, the platform to play competitive Age of Empires. And MbFail. Okay, second monastery and wheelbarrow now to follow this up as well. And what did I want to say? Yeah, Yinghua against MbL. And Yinghua wanted to delete some of his palisade walls and deleted one of his castles. And MbL did the right thing and offered to restart the game. Then paused and said, yeah, okay, I don't offer to restart anymore. The best move ever. And yeah. So they just continued and MbL had basically a free win. Yeah. Loom now for MbL after losing 2 villagers here against that, right? Or was it only 1 villager? I believe so. But monks should just be easily defending this. 7 villager is the advantage. Oh, and that looks like an aggressive castle by Tim, but where will he... Oh, what? He apparently doesn't know about that TC. That's how I shouldn't really go up. Meanwhile, the Kongs aren't really getting too much done here, and that's tricky. I think that has to be a fail, at least on one side. And that's 2 dead villagers, needs to delete that one as well. And, well, the tower rush wasn't in the greatest efficiency. Now we have some conversions starting over here.
Yes.
More collection continues. MbL with 12 more villagers at the moment. Second TC now for Tim at the site, and they will just pause for a small second again. I don't know, demos here? Oh, that would be good. Blue farms are part of the map pack here. Don't really ask me why. Because I think it's generated because we have mangrove terrain. Yeah. Just the Southeast Asia map pool. And another pause. The thing is, do we want to take this one? You can either have blue farms or normal farms. Okay. Let's farm this. Well, apparently chat knows a lot about farms. Are you all pharmacists or what? Okay, monks now moving forward here, and let's take a look. Wheelbarrow on the way for Mr. Tim. Goes for TC number 3. We have 55 HP on those, so that means the HP upgrade and another one. Probably conscription. Or did I see favor before? Faster moving monks. Might be it as well. Honestly, over here didn't really get too much rolling. 2 relics picked off for now. Those were the 2 ones in the bag. This 3rd one scouted for him, didn't really go for it. I has no idea about that 4th one. Quite unlucky for MbL, but kind of tricky to get there to begin with. Now, the university tries to rush it out. Will go on to him quite quickly. Will also get the castle up. And, well, I think traps will be on the menu here pretty soon. Favor has been researched. Okay. Tim buying 100 food. And MbL advancing to Imp. That villager is another sneaky one. Ethan Hunt. And now the castle here. Tim's resources, let's take a look at those. 60 food at the moment, so him quite far away. 1 converted villager difference at 25 now. Military count somewhat even. We've seen 4 conversions so far. Yeah, maybe MbL thought, God, those monks are walking so slowly. It would be really a favor if they could move faster. Okay, 2 monks lost, 1 converted against that. And, well, the other monks now moving forward. Really slow conversions. I was a bit surprised there as well. Didn't work out too well. And where will the Kongs go? That another group of villagers moving forward to get the castle out there in the open. Let's take a look what the Kongs will do. Yeah, okay. I can see it. It wasn't your favorite rift joke ever. Oh boy, I'm on a roll today. Okay. Lots of villagers here. Look at that. 17 villagers and pretty unforced at the moment because not a lot of raiding is actually going on. Now goes on to barracks. Question is, will that be for pikemen or for eagles? Resources are more looking towards pikemen. And we have a transition into light cav, so they would be even better. Also in the long run, Eagle's a nice raiding unit. We will see. Still no production. A villager difference only at 14, and Eagle scouts being produced here. Interesting. Monks very ambitious here at the moment. Where do we see the stables? Here at the right hand side. Tim still deeply in castles. Look at that. 15 villagers behind at the moment. Forging upgrade now. Just taking down the 1 tower and now moving forward. The castle is so far back though, so that you will be fine. MbL now trying to kill the starting to see here. Kongs, what can they get done? Doesn't look like too much. That gold's still open. Oh, a defensive castle over here without fletching though. Let's take a look. Some villagers could be snagged. And without ballistics, that will be some dead villagers. Conquistadors shouldn't really fall too heavily here. 2 Kongs down, 3 villagers snagged, 3 Kongs down. Okay, that's kind of even then. Another raid over here. I'm just waiting for the big light cav release. And this is going to be really tricky for MbL then. I think Tim isn't in the worst spot here. Yeah, he will lose his starting to see. As 2 extra TCs so far, soon to be 3 extra TCs at the side though, so that's not the worst thing. Eagle Warriors could perform okay against the light cav, but not too great against the Conquistadors later on then. Now goes for that approach over here at the right-hand side. And there's no protection for those monks. 8 monks here against how many light cav? I can see 11. It's going to be tricky. Conquistadors, they need to attack at one point, and then the big attack with the light cav would be the perfect timing. We have a lot of upgrades on those, as we can see. Elimination, wars, research, and block printing as well. So we could see some reasonable stuff. TC now being built here. Conquistadors. We know what their plan is. Tim now moving in from the left-hand side and from the right-hand side. Beautiful move here, and all the monks will get cleared up. Let's take a look how many conversions he's getting. Eagle Warriors even going back a bit more because he re-patrolled in. The monks are going back. He did get quite a lot of conversions, so look at that. That looks like a solid 6 conversions, so I don't mind that. Tim with a horrible engagement here. Oh boy, that didn't go well for him. Did show his cards maybe a bit too early at the left-hand side, but also the vision of the traps kind of helped out. And did he lose a single monk? He did not! Oh god, and Tim, now he's committing. I think this is a good game for MbL here. Now finally, Light Cav are closing down the distance against all the monks. But look at that, they're even getting a new round of conversions here and healing themselves. 3 monks still left, 25 more population. And Tim, oh god, even misclicking a knight in there. Conquistadors aren't getting a lot of kills. Lost some more against the castle here, and well, that was just enough Eagle Warriors in time. Look at those light cap numbers now. The castle will go down as well. This looks good for our Norwegian player here, 4 AM, and well, also a bit better for them in the long run. And Tim, he cannot be happy with that Civ choice here. Had to play Spanish against Aztecs on this, well, I don't really want to say arena style map, but a map where Aztecs surely should shine. All the conks at the front going down, now gold spot being raided as well, and well, blacksmith in danger, but that's not the most important thing. Most important thing is that massive amount of villagers could go down here. Look at that, cannot even fit into the tower, not even going for the second tower. And those Eagle Warriors with 5 years defense here aren't really into much damage from those towers. So many villagers going down, and suddenly MbL is ahead here by 12. Is raiding at the right hand side with some knights. Still questionable choice for me, and those 4 traps can get a lot of stuff done. Guard tower now as a defense. Tim is still trying to spread around, but it's looking better and better for Mr. MbL, who's getting another castle up and is going for another attack. Still only Eagle Warrior, non-elite, guys, remember that. And another TC, look at that. 3 TCs right hand side, 2 TCs left hand side, 2 watchtowers to protect him. That looks pretty random. Goes for the stables instead of the TC first. Castle for all the map control, lots of stone in the center here. Remember that Aztecs castles are the weakest in the game. So not too scary, but well, that only matters if you're trying to attack them. And MbL is just getting so much map control from them at the moment. Has 3 of them, and nicely protected Eagle Warriors expanding. And I think the moment we have elite Eagle Warriors, this game should be settled. 2 relics for now only, and oh, well, Tim is getting some reasonable rage in here. Goes for murder holds now. Okay, an upgrade we don't see too often. Knights, oh god, they won't even get the kills against the monks. Handcard for MbL, his eco should just be out of control. Yeah, how many villagers does he have here? Okay, good to see to research handcard in, knowing that he will not have any villagers surviving anyways. And maybe just the perfect timing. Repairs now, could jump into it again. Those knights have no real defense. Eagle Warriors are coming over, has +4 defense. Does he not know that he's missing elite? Maybe it simply doesn't have the food eco at the moment. Monks are moving forward. CC is going down at the right hand side. Can he repair this one in time? It's not the most important thing. Population difference is over 50 at the moment. Villagers are going down. That means it's over 60 any second. No. Over 60. And traps are moving forward. The traps repositioning themselves, and well, those watchtowers, nice to score sometime, but not too important. MbL now scouting the left hand side and sees okay. Maybe some raids over here could be nice. Goes for more pikemen, sees the stables queued up, and will have a solid defense against that. If he gets on to... Okay, game will be done any second. Or there as well. Tim just in this one. Buying himself some more stone, just wants to hold it. It's just back Jaguar. Didn't even see him. Eagles getting some raids in the back. Some more villagers trying to save themselves. The guardhouse. What does Tim think? Why is he still in this game? He has to be thinking about the next one, apparently. Try to build another TC, but he's in castle. Sees that his opponent is continuing to advance. Well, maybe he thinks, okay, this guy cannot even afford elite Eagle Warriors. Maybe I can take good fights after this. Tim is trying to tilt MbL. Well, maybe those advanced tactics could be an option for sure. Some more farming here. Now 75 pop difference. I'm not really sure what Tim is still doing in this one. MbL being so nice, waiting for us. The game is over behind this. And yeah, MbL just messaging me, yeah, forward. If I could have forwarded, I would have done it earlier. Thank you so much. We have some raids in the back here. Elite Eagle Warriors here to queue this up. And we will do our job. If Tim is here to stretch out the game and make MbL tilt, we will do the same. Obviously, that's not what we're doing here. And MbL clearing this up, pop 70 difference, and yeah, I think we will be the nice caster guy and just jump out of this because the game is over. We know that MbL will win this one, and just allow them to continue this series here. All the knights are going to go down, all the map control for MbL, and we will just update the score, allow them to start the next one. Population 166 against 84. This game is over, guys. Tim thinks it's best of 3. No, he doesn't. KD was pretty even in the end. Gold double the amount. Imp timing. Well, Tim didn't even reach him. And 3 relics as well there. GG. And yeah, I came back for them. One player didn't. Why jump out? Because with their long pause, I was behind and they were just waiting to continue game number 4 here. I hope you understand that. Next map will be Bog Island. I'm interested to see how they will play this out. I still think Myr is incredibly strong. They could also go for melee. You have to remember that Tim now can pick a civilization that isn't in the pool. So he could go for Italians, for example. Yeah. Pac-Man Sally, thanks for the prime, by the way. I didn't thank you earlier, although I saw you. Probably a fish is streaming without their logo in the corner? What? Mongols War incoming? No, you cannot repeat civilizations, and we already had Mongols War in Riverbed. Finals will be scheduled. We don't know about that time yet. What are the tiff predictions for each player? I think MbL probably melee, Tim maybe Italians. Best civ could be Khmer. Kind of weird, right? But that's how it works. So if they're well prepared, both pick Khmer, which I doubt. So MbL has to pick one of those civilizations that I just posted at the site. And we have free choice for Tim. Khmer, because you don't need to build buildings to advance to castle age, so you can build a very sharp fast castle there. So I think Malay for MbL, Tim, maybe Italians, maybe Japanese could be an option for both of them as well. Yeah, no one is playing Chinese. Great job in the case. In what case? In what case? I only see rigged, and now you're trying to give me a compliment. I'm confused. Oh, sometimes I don't know. Okay, we are jumping into game number 4 here. ECL, $60,000 plus tournament. And, well, I was partially right. Let's say that. And we are jumping into it now, only 3 minutes or 2.5 minutes behind live. And this game is sponsored and broadcasted on Verbally, the platform to play Age of Empires 2 competitively. And we have Japanese for MbL, Malay for Mr. Tim. Nice defensive gold spots here, and we will have blue farms again. As we all know, on this mangrove area we can build stuff and ships can pass as well. And that's why, yeah, some wall-offs here at the site could be pretty important so that ships cannot demo this off or fire galley around. We could see some very shenanigan fast castle build-ups because we have 3 rhinos with 400 HP each and some buffaloes 150 HP. And we even have some extra buffaloes at the site, so you're trying to scout for those as well. For everyone who doesn't know the map. And we have some not too great deep fish over here in the center, but fighting for that isn't the prettiest thing. Oh, look at that poor buffalo. Someone call Peter to take the poor buffalo. Oh, put there away from his family. Feels Buffalo Man. Okay, let's take a look what they will play. I would be surprised if they go for pure fast castle, but well, I think it works out. Global warming, that's so true. Uh-oh, pause at 358. Oh, no restart. We walled that side off, or did we? Yes, we did. MbL is building a dock. Should be a solid one. We don't really want to build too many fishing ships, though. I think 3 should be fine. How come water buffalo doesn't swim? Well, water airplanes can't swim either. What's the prize pool? I think like $65,000, but it's a year-long tournament. So there are 14 small stages where the money is spread around. I think for this stage alone, it should be something like 4K or something. The first gets a bit more than 1K. It's not an ocean buffalo. Okay. I don't really understand that logic. Doesn't even matter. Of course water planes can swim. Can they? Okay, then I was wrong. What are those witches up to? A mill? house. Game not running too
Yes.
smoothly here. Seems like some lag, some pause as well.
Start the game already!
And indeed, 1-0, not too pretty. Where's the Viper? Well, we have 4 1v1 tournaments and every team can only send a player twice. And that's why you cannot have your quote-unquote star player play every single round. And that's why we see some no-names, like those two, play here. And yeah, get to know some more unknown players, like MbL for OC against Tim underscore. And yeah, trying to get entertained by them as well. And they're trying their very best. That's the most important thing, right? Second dog now, and an aggressive one. Mamp had enough of the chatting. Okay, Tim now clicking up as well. 1 villager less. Although he clicked later. Not the sharpest build up. Did he loom Mr. MbL? No, he did not. Okay. Now that makes sense. Tim needs to go back. What will he do with his fast fuel age timing? Did get 3 rhinos. And is still on food. That's quite surprising to me. Why would he use all that? What would he use all that food for? 4 fishing ships even. Has 1 box turtle in front of his dock as well though. Do you think John has a chance to win Hidden Cup 2? Well, everyone has a chance, right? But it's way under 1%. So technically there's a chance. That's what I learned from Dumb and Dumber. What a mining camp, guys. So you'd say there's a chance. Okay, what's the plan here for Mr. Tim? Second dock from him. MbL now with the late loom. Lost his CC. First demo. Doesn't really work against Japanese fishing ships though. Oh no. That could have been 3 dead fishing ships if it wasn't for Japanese. That doesn't really make sense. You don't want to start with the... Oh god. Oh. Are you in Hidden Cup? I don't think I will make it into the top 30. But I signed up, yeah. Okay, second try. Let's see, maybe he gets 1 now. Oh. Villager, blocked off, walled off. Oh god, what a fail. So 2 demos gone against some damage on fishing ships and some damage on a house. Horrible start here for Tim to start this off. He's just demo rushing. What are we witnessing? Oh god, is this open? This is still open, guys. Demos could go through there, technically. Give yourself some credit. Well, it's rating based, not credit based. Okay, now the house blocks that off. The whole wood line is safe. Demos can't do anything. And Tim, what does he decide to do with his life? Don't really know. Oh, those fishing ships. Quite ambitious. Okay, Demo could get there from behind. Could get a good connection. Let's take a look. Very clubbed up. That was a solid Demo connection for sure. Didn't get the kills though. And fire galleys now. And now is the spot where you actually want to have the Demos against the mass fire galleys. Tim with a horrible start here. Against Japanese, you don't want to start off with fishing ships. There's 1 Demo break a palisade wall. Let's take a look. The house took a bit more than 216 damage. And the palisade wall is 250, so no, it doesn't. I think MbL's mining camp is the best mining camp I've ever seen. Has to be close to it, right? Perfect stone distance, perfect gold distance, and reaching the other gold spots. Really sweet. And only half the price as well. It's Japanese. Didn't even know that was possible. Demo connecting occasionally. Galley switch already. MbL is feeling confident that he won water here. So we are fletching at some point. He's getting the blacksmith, and look at his resources even. 500 food, 300 gold. Tim not looking too great. This is MbL's game to lose here, and we might get our dream final. Tattoo against MbL here. Oof. See if it's perfectly in there as well. Ah, here. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. TC would have been perfect. 4 times 4. And you can get the trees as well then. Oh, that would have been sick. Okay, but Tim, he's not done with fighting for the water here. Something that MbL actually thought, and even went to the other side to get some aggression done. But, well, defending first is on the menu. But those fishing ships, they're just so tanky. Look at that. Him dropping off some more food. Saving all that. Oh, the power of Japanese, just ridiculous.
Yes.
Tim needs another pause. Get some advice from back T in between games. Demo, can we see a good connection? That was a solid one for sure. Military count at the moment 9-4. And, well, Tim just has to hope that this castle transition will be a bit better. Demo could get a reasonable connection here against all 3 of those fire galleys. Not really happening, no. Also would have been lovely if that was a demo. But it's obviously easier said than done. If you just see that. And, oh, dock number 3 in the back. So Tim just heavily tries to go for it. MbL sitting strong. Still has 3 fishing ships working for himself as well. And 2 fishing ships still for Tim. How did he save those? Good job by him. I feel the in-game sound is a little bit too loud. Can other people give me some feedback to that as well? You're the first one complaining. 21:46 behind this here with Japanese. And let's take a look. Demo could be pretty good here in the back. Not really. Game is a bit loud. Interesting. Okay. Reduce it a bit. Guys, how are so many people suddenly agreeing and didn't say anything before? MbL now goes for some aggression. Is he trying to fight down that tower? That would be just so weird. What is he trying to go for? What are those villagers up to? Guys! Feels so weird. Oh, one scout even losing his life. Okay, 1 villager down. Tim now up to castle it as well. Can we see some more demos? Not really. Oh, just a double demo here would be superb. A watchtower. Kind of a no man's land now. Expanding to the top. Galleys moving forward. Botkin arrow for MbL war galley as well. What's the plan here for Tim? He just stays heavily on. Oh god, this could be a nice double kill with the demo. Switch up here. Preventing that tower from going up. And, well, Tim not really having the tax free here. Okay. Won't be the craziest amount of fire ships for him though. Only 2 docks pretty soon as well. Will this upgrade finish? Actually closer than I thought. I think it should. Should it not? Should it not? 115 HP, 97 and... Oh god! Okay, that was a close one. So we actually have fire ships finished, but as I said, only 2 docks now ready for production. Ungarrisoned some at the site here. Now that tower is under a lot of danger. And with it, all the villagers at the gold spot. Could have gone for the back gold as well. And he could have saved the tower for later and maybe could have gone for some gold. Now more villagers being sent over. That's not too efficient. MbL, he will go down heavily in villagers. But now some more demos here for MbL. Could maybe clear this up. Tim needs to retreat here. Still pretty rough for him. He's 6 villages ahead, 3 fishing ships behind, but water dominance clearly on the side of Mr. MbL. He's actually behind in score. I don't really know why. For me, he's clearly winning in this one. Harbors versus Jessamine Towers. Oh, then we could really see everything here. MbL going for TC number 2. Is expanding some. War galleys upgraded here already. Is going for some easy micro snipes here. Quite an easy move for him. Let's take a look how the tower rush will continue. 562 stone even. So could even think about building a castle somewhere. This could be really ugly. Does not have ballistics. Random 1 villager to see at the site. Looks like MbL is in control. Well, when the military count is 16-3, most of the time 1 player is in heavy control. He just continues with the tower rush. Doesn't really want to go for the castle. And that's a tower rush at that side as well. Oh, I love moves like those. I'd love to see watchtower upgrade though. Ballistics, wooden turret. And well, then he's getting so much more control. He had to let this 1 villager slip to the left hand side. But not the most important thing for sure. And the other semi-final was yesterday, and Tato won that one 3-1. Guard tower upgrade. Did I say watchtower upgrade? What can arrow now for Tim? What is that for? Mr. Careening has only 2 docks for himself. Defensive towers maybe. Tries to defend that way. Military count brutally in favor still for the Norwegian. 16-3. Does he want to make the move in here? Villagers jumping in there, and well, 2 towers could actually do some reasonable damage. War galleys cannot really commit there, loses 1, kills 1 villager in exchange. Kind of an even a straight. 80-60 population. 10 more villagers, 13 more military. TCs are rolling for him. He's expanding to the right hand side. Everything is going right for MbL. He is having all the map control as well. Just want to see guard tower upgrade. Do we have a university? Not yet. Ballistics could be really sweet as well. He even goes for the monastery. Tries to collect some of the relics that are at this side. And Tim, well, he could not really use his melee advantage, only had 2 TCs himself, and war galleys now coming over, could snag those 2 villagers, not the most important thing. Tim, he's just trying to somehow tower up to survive this one. Okay, continue to go for fire ships, and well, there's careening on those, so could potentially take some reasonable fights. One demo could get a good connection though. Oh, 1 demo, I say. No, it's 3 demos. And well, that could be okay, not the greatest one. Only damaging 1. More villagers moving around. Probably more towers. There's so many points where Tim is getting attacked at the moment. Just everywhere. Everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Because, well, he's not losing. But he's getting surrounded so heavily. Well, how is his wood income looking? Like, this is his only wood at the moment. Not the greatest wood control for sure. But, well, he's expanding over here. And, well, MbL, he probably should have zero idea about this, right? Yeah. He's not expecting that at all. And towers are staying strong. Our tower upgrade could be something for Mr. Tim as well. Vision difference at 8 at the moment. War galley production continues. Fire ship production continues for Tim. And another tower. He doesn't need to build it on the land, right? He can just build it over here as well. MbL bought some wood. He's now getting ballistics. How much damage is the tower doing here? Don't really know. Might have been just one. I think the tower is just doing 1 damage to a fire ship. So that's not the sickest thing ever. And that's actually not the worst fight for Tim. Getting somewhat low HP now. Should be micro down. Now micro down the top one. And Tim is just retreating. While the Buffalo is controlling that area. And you can see MbL, he wants to make sure that nothing is happening here at the left-hand side. Continues with his towers. Even crawls forward with that one. And look at that guard tower timing. Most players realizing, guard towers would be really nice. But in the long run, well, yeah, somehow it would be so sweet. MbL investing into so many towers though. But the stone count could get pretty low at the moment. Look at that, even more towers everywhere. This guy's going ham. Now buying himself 500 food. So Imp isn't too far away from him either. More docks here. War galley transition now for Tim, who is sitting at 300 food, 800 gold. Now expands somewhat to the north and is trying to make something happen. Will rush that tower down with villages. Has the control here for the fire ships. That's kind of okay for him. Should be able to rush those down as well. Tim, well, queued up more and more villagers. It castle at a spot that I don't like too much. I think he needed to go for a bit more of a ballsy castle to gain back some more map control. Another guard tower out of the map. I can hear Mem screaming here, "Boo towers!" Oh man. Okay, War Galley is now trying to find something here. Does MbL know about this? Could maybe have some vision with his mining camp. Yeah, he needs to fight against the fire ships first. We'll clear those up, although now the distance is close. MbL should just micro against that end. Oh, look at that! Telectricity! Telectricity! For Tim. That transitions his docks into harbors. Basically towers that only cost wood. Pretty sweet stuff for him. I really want to see him spam those everywhere now. Just put them into all random pawns, put them in the center, and then you're controlling so much of the map for very little investment. That could be a good spot for him to come back. It's a castle age upgrade as well, so you don't really need imp. And well, then it will be tricky for MbL to really maneuver all around the map, because they have 9 range as well. Although he could be outranged by galleons. Then later on. Next siege workshop and a castle from MbL. I thought he got all the stone on the map already, but apparently we have 2 stone spots here. And oh yeah, the extra stone spot at the side as well. Small pause here. Just Asian things. And well, he wants to continue with this tower rush. Let's take a look, maybe something over here could be an option. Could also, I don't know, those are the 2 villages from over here. Villager count. 7 more for Tim. Overall population, very close, but, well, the big thing is really that Tim only has 70 food at the moment. Producing some more villagers, not out of all TCs, this one just finished, and timing will just be miles away, and Bracer will be the big difference when it comes to galleons against harbors and towers here for sure. Tower rush continues. Tim, I'm judging his fighting spirit correctly. He will continue to play in this one. Ram, even to clear up that monastery here and maybe all those towers after that. The castle, well, will be unanswered for now. And traps, kind of tricky to kill those as well. Oh, that's a big raid. Losing one villager here, but that's it for now. Another move in here with the galleons and MbL. I think this might be the first time ever that he really gets an idea what's happening here. But is getting so many villager kills now. And Tim, yeah, he was ahead with villagers, but that will change pretty damn quickly here. Tower rush from Tim continues though. Tries to get some more control over this right-hand side area. Tries to get some more control over all the wood here. That ram will go down. Is he sending some villagers to repair? Not really. And Tim, even if you send him the nearly energy, I think it will be tricky for him. But now he's moving out. War galleys. And he is starting to raid some in the center. That was really nice. And MbL just needs to go to the toilet apparently. But he's harassing me that they needed to start the game as fast as possible, instead of going to the toilet in the meantime. Aye. Just MbL things. And yeah, those traps were just brutal now. And impossible to be answered from Tim. Chemistry is coming from MbL. Quite surprising, I think. Galleon upgrade could have been more important. Maybe didn't have enough wood at that time. Did he just try to Michael that village at the right hand side? Looked a bit like it. And yeah, if you're not even winning those fights in the center here, it gets really, really tricky. Full control here for MbL. But there's no real fights happening, right? It's just full tower rush control, shenanigans everywhere. Really tough game to play for Tim. That's actually like the Chinese playstyle. They should love this. Tim, Vivi, Lux, just the wild tower rushes and microing everywhere, fighting with villagers wherever you have to. And well, but MbL just with the too big of an advantage there. The weird start from Tim, and now look at that. Those towers with 11 damage output. Still only 1 arrow per tower though. So didn't go for Yasama yet. Loses some of his harbors now as well. Keep upgrade and Yasama finally, and then it gets really ugly. We will have so many arrows on this map. For one who doesn't know it, suddenly you're not shooting 1 arrow but 3 arrows. And well, that just becomes pretty ugly to even fight down with the rams then. And keep with all their damage output in general. It's just going to be pretty damn sick. The traps are controlling everything. Tim, how are his resources looking? 400 food, 300 gold. So Im still not out of the question, but a reasonable time away. No galleon upgrade yet, and you can see the priority here from MbL. Keep and Yasama over galleons. Knows that the damage output of those is just sick. Okay, maybe just 2 arrows, my bad. Yasama is the tech for trap? No, that's Cataparupto. Look at that, Rams even taking reasonable damage now against 2 towers here. Tim still trying to fight on here for Frantic. If it wasn't the last game, I think he might have thought about resigning this already. It's not looking great. He's stuck in castle age, just surrounded everywhere. Let's go into his map vision. That's his furthest unit out. And everywhere else, he has the big stranglehold. Look at that. Towers everywhere around on the land side. Left-hand side, he's completely surrounded. And he realizes exactly that and has to GG. 3-1 here for MbL. Congratulations. And this series was brought to you by Vubi, the best platform to play Age of Empires on. And, well, War Galleys were around. No galleon tech there. We only had one relic. Didn't really matter too much. And I didn't like the demo opening from Malay against Japanese. You cannot get the fishing ship kills. And yeah, then your strategy kind of evaporates. Well, MbL against Shadow will be our final dream final for sure. Will be another best of 5. The map pool looking pretty damn sexy for Tedo though. But MbL, he did show that he can adjust to the maps and now should have a good knowledge about those as well. And really important that AM is getting some more points. It will be really close. 2nd to 5th place now for sure. And well, we'll have the finals and 5 more stages after that at 3v3. And then the whole thing 1v1, 2v2, 3v3 and 4v4 as well. Let's host some 1v1 action. I'm still final tomorrow. No, they need to schedule. They need to schedule, guys. We don't know the date of the finals yet, but I can change that. 1v1 2k plus. Okay, let's get our paint skills rolling. Open. What? There we go. So it was 3-1 as well, right? But we needed the other way around. So 1-3. Aha! And saved. But that's how we do it, guys. Three is not in the center of the box. Happens. That happens, my friend. When it's the final, they will start to schedule at some point. Setting to stun, ECL is done as well. Paint Grader Photoshop, agreed. Are you drinking cola mix? Yes. Schwip Schwab. This drink was sponsored by Schwip Schwab. Cola and orange, 0 sugar, full taste. Do you remember to turn off your streaming icon while you're working in Paint instead of playing on Boobly? Is it a game? I think I'm allowed to work, right? I'm just not allowed to play in Paint. If I did funny stuff in Paint, then I need to turn it off, yeah. Do you feel like 12k viewers was the best movement of knock? I don't know what knock is. I don't know about 12k viewers. And I'm not sure what movement you're talking about. Okay, we had 11.5 during NAC and you probably mean moment, right? And yeah, it was really nice. Yeah, but for me it was like breaking 10k the first time. Like 11 and a half didn't feel that special. Okay, we'll play against Tiger Shot. Some 1v1s here. And I can even show you the game room. But okay, what's the stream title? Mission 2.3k. Day, what is it? 6? I think so, right? Philip, thanks for your prime. Error map. Then delete old version. Probably instant messenger instead of WhatsApp. It's funny. Just delete your old version. Do you know who Tiger Shot is? No. Zubas, maybe you read AoE zone. Played the Hidden Cup version then. I didn't download that one yet. MbL vs Tim already happened. Can see the top. Bum bum ba da 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 bum. Okay, time for your questions, guys. If you have any. Skogo, play. Sure. Really top player now that casters like Onlu casting his matches. Well, I even made it to one of T90's games, like the best map control ever. Where I played an Inca game, I believe. I'm not really sure against what civilization. But I went into Messlingers with a lot of gold control. Yeah. What's the best civ for all skill levels? Maybe Hans? Why am I so fat? Maybe you didn't try the new Scroobly Slim Fast shake. Scroobly Slim Fast. You've never looked that fit. Ah! Click that away a bit early. No, those aren't the sheep I'm searching for. And not the droids I was searching for either. Did you ever play with Doubt? Are you for real? I played with Doubt in 2002. And in 2019. Probably played 200 games in my life with Doubt. With or against him. Apparently you don't know who you're talking to. You should ask him. Did you ever play with Nelly? Maybe in WCL 3? Winner bracket semifinals. And how did that work out for you? When you lost against the mighty Tsunamis? Those are the questions you could ask him. Playing against Britons.
Apa sasananya baginda? Aku mengumpulkan. Aku tuha buru.
How did Tiger Shot become Skogo? I think it's not the same person. Not 100% sure though. So actually I think it's... They actually exchange players. Trading with the boar. Left side, right side. Okay, go through the middle. Who hasn't played with Doubt? Most people, right?
Aku pemangun gedung. Aku mengumpulkan. Aku tuha buru. Iya, aku akan siap. Aku penumpang kayu. Aku tuha buru. Aku tuha buru. Siap, aku pengerti. Siap, aku maru-maru. Aku mengumpulkan. Siap, aku pengerti. Apa sasananya? Siap, aku tuha buru. Aku tuha buru. Iya, aku tuha buru. Aku tuha buru. Aku membangun gedung. Aku membangun gedung. Aku membangun gedung. Swasti. Aku panumbang kayu. Aku penumpang kayu. Aku mengumpul. Aku pemangun gedung. Aku pemangun gedung.
Oh no, oh no.
Siap. Iya, aku panumbang kayu.
So what are we playing behind this?
Iya, aku pengerti. Aku akan merawatnya. Aku panumbang kayu. Aku mengumpulkan. Siap. Aku penggali. Apa sasananya? Panumbang kayu.
Just playing Drush into FC ourselves.
Aku
That's not pretty.
Aku mengumpulkan.
Apa sasarannya? Aku pengendali. Aku pemangun gedung. Aku pemangun gedung. Aku pemangun gedung. Apa sasarannya? Aku pemangun gedung. Swasta.
Aku mengumpulkan.
Aku panumbangkan.
Apa sasarannya, Baginda?
Aku panumbangkan.
Aku penumpang kayu.
Siap. Aku mengumpulkan. Aku pemangun gedung.
Aku penumpang kayu.
Aku panumbangkan.
Swastin. Siap.
Ya, Baginda. Apa
sasarannya,
Baginda?
Aku pemangun gedung.
Apa sasarannya, Baginda?
Yasaku kabag. Yasaku
Apa
kabag.
sasarannya, Baginda? Ya, Baginda.
Angkat
Maju,
senjata.
Baginda.
Apa
Ya,
sasarannya?
Baginda.
Aku pengerti. Angkat senjata. Aku pemangun gedung. Yasaku kabaginda. Tapi apa sasarannya, Baginda? Yasaku kabaginda. Tapi apa sasarannya, Baginda? Yasaku kabaginda. Iya. Aku pemangun gedung. Aku pemangun gedung. Yasaku kabaginda. Siap. Aku panumbang. Yasaku kabaginda. Aku pengerti.
Swastin. Aku penumpang kayu.
Apa sasarannya,
Baginda.
Okay, Rush FC by him. Not the prettiest thing that we are. That was line double now.
Yasaku
Ya,
kabaginda.
Baginda.
Yasaku kabaginda. Senjata. Aku pengerti.
Aku marwat. Siap.
Swasta. Aku panumbang kayu. Apa sasarannya, Baginda? Aku pengerti. Aku pemangun gedung. Apa sasarannya, Baginda?
Siap.
Apa sasarannya, Baginda? Apa sasarannya, Baginda? Apa sasarannya, Baginda? Maju. Aku marwan.
Aku mengumpulkan.
Aku pemangun gedung.
Apa sasarannya, Baginda?
Angkat senjata. Swasti. Aku pemangun gedung.
Apa sasarannya, Baginda? Apa sasarannya, Baginda?
Aku panggali. Aku panggali.
Apa sasarannya, Baginda?
Siap. Aku pemangun gedung.
Siap.
Aku pemangun gedung. Aku
Apa
pemangun
sasarannya,
gedung.
Baginda?
Angkat senjata.
Maybe should have just attacked the front with my dams there. And I think I should stay a bit heavier
Apa sasarannya, Baginda?
on skirms and not in too many archers there. Oh god.
Aku akan marwat.
Ya, Baginda. Ya, Baginda. Apa sasarannya, Baginda?
Aku panggali tambang. Aku penumpang kayu. Aku panggali tambang. Aku penumpang
Apa
kayu.
sasarannya? Aku pemangun gedung. Aku akan marwat. Iya. Aku pemangun gedung.
Apa sasarannya, Baginda?
Baginda. Maju.
Apa sasarannya, Baginda?
Siap.
Yasaku
Apa sasarannya, Baginda?
Tapi maju. Ya.
Siap. Aku penumpang kayu.
Apa sasarannya, Baginda?
Aku pengerti. Aku marwat.
Tapi
angkat
sasarannya,
senjata.
Baginda. Apa sasarannya, Baginda?
Yasaku kabaginda.
Apa sasarannya, Baginda?
Aku
Ya,
pengarwat.
Baginda.
Angkat
Apa
senjata.
sasarannya,
Angkat
Baginda?
senjata.
Ah, defensive tower.
Senjata.
Aku mengumpulkan.
I think that's not a great move by him.
Apa sasarannya, Baginda? Apa sasarannya,
He really forced
Baginda?
that one.
Siapa sasaran?
Apa sasarannya? Apa sasarannya, Baginda? Apa sasarannya? Apa sasarannya, Baginda?
Yasaku kabaginda.
Apa sasarannya, Baginda?
Yasaku
Ya,
kabaginda.
Baginda. Apa syasananya baginda? Mengerti. Apa syasananya? Tapi aku mengerti. Apa syasananya baginda? Aku marwat. Tapi aku mengerti.
Should we jump or not? I think we shouldn't.
Aku pemangun gedung.
I overproduced. Okay, now we can actually jump once the men-at-arms are in. Now it's trying to quick wall here. Now we can go through. Now it hurts that we didn't do fletching to get a better uptime.
Aku penumpang kayu.
Maju angkat senjata.
No, honestly not. I think if I had fletching, this could have been okay-ish. But yeah, I was too greedy trying to get to Cast Age earlier. I didn't really realize. Maybe when I decided to jump, I should have. Also gotten fletching. I think it was fine to delay it as long, and I think I don't want to have any farms at the front. And we'll kind of need a TC pretty soon there. I doesn't have any fletching. Botkin.
Angkat saja baginda. Maju. Angkat saja baginda. Tapi apa syasananya baginda? Apa syasananya baginda? Maju. Angkat saja baginda.
Aku akan marwat. Aku pengerti.
Apa syasananya baginda? Biasaku baginda. Aku pengerti. Apa syasananya aku pengerti.
What are we trying to achieve? Let's just go for the defense upgrade in there.
Apa syasananya aku pengerti. Aku pengerti. Biasaku aku pengerti. Aku marwat.
Aku akan marwat.
Apa syasananya baginda? Angkat saja syasananya baginda. Tapi aku pengerti. Aku pengerti. Biasa syasananya aku pengerti. Angkat saja aku marwat. Iya baginda.
Aku mamanen.
Biasa aku baginda. Iya baginda. Angkat saja aku pengerti. Iya baginda. Tapi aku maju. Biasa aku baginda. Angkat saja syasananya. Tapi aku baginda. Apa syasananya baginda? Apa syasananya baginda? Iya baginda. Aku marwat.
Aku marwat.
Biasa baginda. Aku maju baginda. Biasa kuka baginda. Biasa kuka baginda. Angkat saja aku baginda. Marwat. Aku baginda. Aku angkat senjata. Apa syasananya? Angkat senjata. Baginda. Maju. Tapi tapi biasa kuka baginda. Apa syasananya? Aku marwat. Angkat senjata. Tapi angkat saja baginda. Angkat senjata. Angkat senjata. Tapi aku baginda. Angkat senjata. Tapi aku mengerti.
Siap aku mamanen.
Biasa syasananya baginda. Apa syasananya baginda? Angkat senjata. Angkat senjata. Maju. Angkat senjata. Apa syasananya baginda? Angkat senjata.
Iya, aku
Marwan. Iya baginda. Apa syasananya baginda?
Aku pemangun.
Iya baginda. Aku Marwan. Apa syasananya baginda? Iya baginda. Iya, aku mengerti. Tapi apa syasananya? Angkat senjata. Angkat senjata. Iya baginda. Aku angkat senjata. Baginda. Maju. Aku mengerti. Angkat senjata. Iya baginda. Maju. Iya baginda. Maju. Aku pengaruh. Angkat senjata. Apa syasananya baginda? Iya, aku maju. Iya baginda. Tapi aku pengerti. Iya baginda. Tapi aku mengerti. Aku pengerti. Tapi iya baginda.
Aku membangun gedung. Aku pengerti. Aku
pengerti. Iya baginda. Apa syasananya baginda?
Aku pembangun gedung.
Tapi biasaku ke Marwan. Aku angkat senjata Marwan.
Aku pembangun gedung.
Biasaku ke baginda. Apa syasananya baginda? Iya baginda. Aku pengerti. Iya baginda. Aku biasaku ke baginda. Tapi aku pengerti. Aku Marwan. Iya baginda. Biasaku ke baginda. Iya baginda.
Aku pembangun gedung. Aku
penguasa ke baginda. Aku Marwan. Angkat senjata. Apa syasananya? Tapi aku mengerti. Angkat senjata. Maju. Aku angkat senjata. Maju. Aku Marwan. Angkat senjata.
Iya, aku akan marah. Aku pembangun gedung. Apa syasananya baginda?
Apa syasananya baginda? Aku mengerti. Apa syasananya baginda? Iya, apa syasananya baginda? Iya baginda. Aku baginda. Maju. Aku mengerti. Apa syasananya baginda? Aku mengerti Marwan. Aku pengerti. Aku pengerti.
apa syasananya baginda? Siap.
Biasa baginda. Aku Marwan. Maju. Iya. Iya baginda. Apa syasananya baginda? Apa syasananya? Angkat senjata. Angkat senjata baginda.
Aku pembangun gedung. Aku pembangun
Iya,
gedung.
siap.
Biasa ku ke baginda. Iya baginda.
Iya, siap.
Aku
I
pembangun.
think I'm playing an okay game.
Biasa
Important that I don't
maju. Angkat
run
senjata.
into
Tapi maju. Aku pengerti. Biasa angkat senjata.
any big manual hits now.
Syasananya baginda. Biasa ku ke angkat senjata. Tapi iya baginda. Apa syasananya baginda?
Siap. 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 Swasti.
Aku pembangun gedung.
Apa syasananya baginda? Angkat senjata. Aku pengaruan. Maju. Tapi angkat senjata. Iya. Iya. Aku pengangkat senjata. Tapi apa syasananya senjata?
Aku pembangun gedung.
Aku pengerti.
Scorpion. Interesting.
Aku pengaruan. Aku Marwan. Iya,
Do you get any good cavalry? I got elephants, but I don't have the second defense upgrade for the cavalry. That actually makes them pretty bad. So I'm just attacking to imp. And then hope to win Darbalist. My eco should be way better than his. I have all 5 relics as well. Okay, now I'm okay-ish on gold, I believe.
Iya.
Apa syasananya baginda?
Apa syasananya baginda? Aku
Aku
pengerti.
pengerti kamarwatnya.
Iya.
Apa syasananya baginda? Biasa syasananya baginda. Aku pengerti.
Apa syasananya pembangun gedung? Aku pembangun gedung.
Apa sasananya Baginda?
Ya Baginda, Baginda. Angkat senjata.
Aku pembangun gedung. Benar.
Let's go for the risky move out here.
Aku akan merawatnya.
Oh, is he moving here? Doesn't really make sense, right?
Ya Sakuka, Baginda.
Aku pembangun gedung. Aku pembangun gedung.
Maju, angkat senjata. Iya, Baginda.
Siap. Aku pembangun gedung.
Apa sasananya Baginda? Siap. 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 Siap.
Ya Sakuka, Baginda. Angkat senjata.
Siap. Siap.
Ya Sakuka, Baginda. Ya Sakuka, Baginda. Ya Baginda. Aku pengerti. Apa syasananya, Baginda? Ya, Baginda.
Aku marwat. Iya. Aku marwat. Aku pembangun gedung.
Aku pengerti, Baginda. Ya Sakuka, Baginda. Aku pengerti.
Oh, now he's giving up the hill from behind.
Ya, Baginda. Ya Sakuka, Baginda.
Interesting.
Ya Sakuka, Baginda. Angkat senjata. Ya, Baginda. Maju. Tapi. Ya, Baginda. Maju. Tapi. Angkat senjata. Maju.
Apa syasananya Baginda?
Did it? Yeah, that was just a lot of skirmishes with +2 defense. Think he should have switched into knights a bit earlier, maybe mangonels earlier. I was just very active here with my control. Maybe even the man-at-arm here. Where did he build his archer range? One here, one there. He's raiding now. Exclamation mark Elo. It felt smooth. I knew what to do every single step. It's like you're already 2.5k. Not really. You proved a lot in the last days. Well, the thing is, I just played a lot. And that makes some difference, right? It's just like every time people see me play, it's like I cast it for 10 days and then I'm playing 2 games, and then obviously I can never get onto a high level, right? I just constantly played for the last 1.5 weeks. No stress talk. Who was the worst human being in AC2? People that wrote provocative questions in the chat. The pizza boy. Nearly in green, yeah, that's going to be tricky. Oh, should we play something else? Let's play purple. With Magia problem. I always think I'm Hunt when I start with Magias. It's so weird. Magias against Chinese. Hope he'd save on this map.
Gyűjtögetek. Parancs. Jó napot.
Gyűjtögetek. Jó napot. Építketek. Szolgálatás. Gyűjtögetek.
See if this is walled to the edge of the map. Yes, it is.
Igen.
Gyűjtögetek.
Szolgálatára.
Megyek. Vadászok.
Gyűjtögetek.
Azonnal. Igen,
Jó napot.
igen, megyek. Vadászok. Gyűjtögetek. Parancs. Vadászok. Jó nap, vadászok.
Megyek. Építkezek. Vadászok.
House is a bit late, so I need to loom sadly. Was misplayed by me. But I also want to have the villagers somewhat safe out there, so... Kinda makes sense as well.
Építkezek.
Jó napot.
Vadász parancs. Vadászok. Megy. Vadászok. Jó napot. Értettem. Jó napot. Értettem.
Hello?
Építkezek.
Parancs. Igen, vadászok.
Vadászok. Azon. Építkezek. Gyűjtögetek.
Been pushing deer, greedy bastard. What? You attack my villager, greedy bastard.
Gyűjtögetek. Szolgálatára.
Jó napot. Gyűjtögettem.
It's like a spot where I want to play forward.
Fát vágok.
Jó napot. Gyűjtögettem. Értettem. Építek.
If I look at his gold and stone there. His wood is pretty nice.
Jó napot. Gyűjtögetek.
Gyűjtögetek.
Igen, gyűjtögetek.
Építek. Gyűjtögetek. Gyűjtögetek. Szolgálatára. Szolgálatára. Parancs. Építek.
Fát vágok.
Parancs. Gyűjtögetek. Azonnal. Építek.
Gyűjtögetek.
Gyűjtögetek.
Rendben.
Igen. Építkezek.
Parancs. Értettem.
Építek.
Igen. Értettem. Igen. Értettem.
Parancs.
Jó
Építkezek.
napot. Épít. Vágok.
Igen. Igen.
Parancs.
Parancs.
Igenis. Értem.
Oh man, this is so bad by me.
Igen. Igen. Uram.
Megyek. Építkezek. Jó napot. Építkezek. Bányászok. Építkezek. 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 Építkezek.
Parancs.
Építkezek.
Igen. Igen. Rendben. Támadás. Előre.
Javítok.
Igen.
Építkezek.
Igen. Értettem. Igen. Támadás. Rohan. Előre. Előre. Szolgálatára. Rendben.
Építkezek.
Jó napot.
Jó napot. Építkezek.
Oh fuck me.
Gazdálkodok.
Előre. Támadás.
Építkezek. Azonnal. Gyűjtögetek.
Igen. Igen. Támadás. Igen, uram.
Igen. Építkezek.
Igen.
Gyűjtögetek. Fát vágok. Igenis. Építkezek.
Szolgálatára. Igen, szolgálatára. Rendben. Előre.
Értettem.
Igen, uram. Igen, uram. Támadás. Rohan.
Igen. Javítok. Építkezek.
Jó napot. Megyek. Azonnal. Építkezek.
Parancs. Előre. Rendben. Igen, uram.
Értettem. Építkezek.
Parancs. Szolgálatára. Rohan.
Igen. Bányászok. Építkezek. Építkezek. Építkezek.
Igen, uram. Szolgálatára. Előre. Igen, uram. Igen, szolgálatára. Támadás. Szolgálatára. Igen, uram.
Jó napot. Értettem. Megyek. Építkezek.
Építkezek.
Szolgálatára. Értettem.
Építkezek.
Szolgálatára. Értettem. Igen,
Jó
rendben.
napot. Azonnal. Igenis.
Parancs. Előre. Rendben. Előre. Igen, előre.
Oh, that was clever by him.
Igen.
Szolgálatár. Gyűjtögetek.
Értettem. Szolgálatára.
That is straight to Hera told you? No.
Igenis. Szolgálat. Megyek. Értettem. Építkezek.
Igen, rendben. Parancs. Értettem. Szolgálatára. Értettem.
Igen. Építkezek.
Igen.
Szolgálatára. Igen, rendben. Rendben. Szolgálatára. Szolgálatára.
Parancs. Építkezek.
Vadászok.
Szolgálatára. Értettem. Igen, szolgálatára. Igen, uram. Parancs. Szolgálatára. Előre.
Építkezek.
Parancs. Építkezek.
Parancs. Szolgálatára. Támadás. Szolgálat. Támadás.
I think we both lost 2 villagers, right?
Építkezek.
Jó napot. Igenis. Azonnal. Építkezek.
Szolgálatára. Építkezek.
Támadás.
Jó napot. Jó napot.
Parancs. Építkezek.
Parancs. Bányászok.
Jó napot. Értettem. Bányászok.
Szolgálatára. Támadás. Igen. Szolgálatára. Rendben. Támadás. Szolgálat. Rendben. Igen, uram. Előre. Rendben. Értettem. Előre. Igen, rendben. Előre. Rendben. Értettem. Igen, uram. Előre. Igen, rendben. Előre. Rendben. Igen, rendben. Előre. Igen, rendben. Szolgálat. Roham.
Jó napot. Igenis. Építkezek.
Honestly, I think I just want to
Építkezek.
have this a bit cheaper here.
Igen, rendben. Igen, rendben. Előre. Igen, uram. Igen, rendben. Támadás. Igen, roham. Előre. Igen, rendben. Támadás. Igen, támadás.
Építkezek.
Építkezek. Építkezek.
Parancs. Értem, rendben. Előre. Roham. Igen, uram. Támadás. Értem. Előre. Igen, uram. Előre. Igen, rendben. Előre. Parancs. Rendben. Előre. Szolgál. Rendben. Előre. Parancs. Igen, uram. Támadás. Parancs. Igen, uram. Támadás.
Jó napot.
Parancs. Szolgálatára.
Támadás. Igen, uram. Igen, uram. Támadás.
Jó napot.
Igen. Parancs. Építkezek.
Parancs. Szolgálatára. Rendben. Igen, rendben. Rendben.
Értettem. Vadászok.
Parancs. Szolgálat. Rendben.
Gazdák.
Parancs. Igen. Rendben. Igen. Szolgálatára. Parancs. Támadás. Szolgálat. Igen. Rendben.
Oh, double stable switch. Interesting.
Szolgálatára. Igen. 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 Parancs. Igen, értettem. Értettem. Előre. Rendben. Szolgálat. Rendben. Támadás. Igen, uram. Igen, uram. Szolgálat. Igen, uram. Rendben. Igen, rendben. Igen. Szolgálatár. Rendben. Támadás.
Vadászok.
Igen. Rendben. Szolgálatár. Igen, uram. Szolgálatár.
Is he doing that out of one archer range? That's so weird.
Igen, uram. Értettem. Rendben.
Do I need to go double stable as well?
Igen,
Oh,
uram.
fuck me.
Rendben. Értettem. Igen. Értettem. Szolgálatára. Igen, uram.
Az megyek.
Igen, értettem. Igen, uram.
Szolgálatára.
Támadás. Igen, rendben. Szolgálat.
Építkezek.
Azonnal. Itt.
Igen, uram. Roham. Rendben. Értettem. Igen, értettem.
Építkezek.
Szolgálatára. Igen, uram. Szolgálatára. Igen, rendben.
Gazdák.
Igen, rendben.
Építkezek.
Szolgálatára. Rendben. Igen, rendben. Támadás.
Okay. My first defense was really bad. Like I saw his army and then I moved out and I wasn't like I didn't scout him properly. Yeah, I kind of knew that he was going aggressively. Just need to stay home. And maybe even more skirms and less archers. Since when did it nearly become so sensitive? I was always sensitive. He used to be a stone cold stud. I never was. Must confuse me. Billy Blaze 1989, cheers for your prime. Sorry for not catching it during the game. And Mike, cheers, man. And changing my strategy in between didn't really make a lot of sense. Just should have gone proper scouts and then transition into skirms. Could have been better than... Well, my men-at-arms, if I just don't take that much damage and just fight heads up men-at-arms against men-at-arms, I'm kind of fine in this game as well. So, that was just a lot of my own screw up there. Yeah. Then I moved out after he was walled, and I knew what he was going for as well. So this time I actually scouted what he was going for a change. But he had 3 on gold, so at some point I thought, okay, maybe he's just going on archer defense. Why not red? Because I don't like red against orange. Feels bad, but sometimes we have to do